deceiving due to the clarity of the water, but you can see water filmmakers like working here, that clear water, that natural lighting. They make deep water scenes very easy to accomplish without all the inherent risk of deep water filming. That crack down there at the bottom, that's what's called the vent to the spring, and that's where all the water comes out at. And we normally will have a couple little visitors. They like to come up to the glass here, welcome us to the river at this location. Cue the fish. Here come these little brim. Right on cue. Now these little fish, these little brim, they like to swim up to the glass. They like to look up through it to see how silly everybody looks bent over looking at them. That's right, folks. You guys are the stars of their show. You sure which side of the glass you're on? Next location I'm going to bring you to is an actual movie set. Some of y'all might remember that 1950s cult classic, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yep. A lot of those underwater scenes were filmed in this little cove right here. Once we get past this grass here, it's going to drop back down to 35 feet, and you'll see a cave down there at the bottom. That cave, it was considered the creature's home. Back in the 50s, we had a stunt diver that worked here. His name was Rico Browning, and he was hired to play the part of the creature. He was hired for a couple different reasons. One of those reasons is that he could hold his breath up to 4 minutes. He didn't want any bubbles in the scenes from scuba diving equipment, so Rico would take a big deep breath. He'd swim 35 feet down into that cave you see beneath us, wearing a full costume. He'd wait for that director's cue and then swim on out. They'd film those underwater creature scenes right here. Another reason that Rico was hired is that he could fit into that costume they'd already made prior to filming, so he literally fit the role. You with me on that? Alright. You know they require us to tell 3 bad jokes per tour, so stand by. They get worse as we go. If you're not laughing now, you definitely won't be laughing by the end of the tour. Pretty eerie down there, huh? 35 feet down, one breath. Who else would swim down in there? No? What if your cell phone dropped in there? Yeah, you'd be after it then, wouldn't you? That's right, that's right. Creatures got it. Next set of springs I'm going to bring you to, it's called the Floridan snowstorm. You guys probably think you're going to see it snow in Florida today. Maybe you're wishing it would. Here on the Silver River, it snows year-round. Only our snow comes from underground, and it snows upside down. What you're actually going to be seeing down here is a bunch of shell. There's a manatee. What you'll be seeing down here is a bunch of shell, sand, and limestone. It's all been trapped underground for thousands of years. I'll spin this boat around. It's being brought to the surface by the flow of the water, creating that snow globe effect. Look real carefully, you'll see down glimmering like glitter. That's how the Silver River got its name. It's when the Spaniards first got here. They saw that glimmer down there. They thought it was silver and named the river appropriately. Right there, that's a real good visual indicator of what's happening here at these springs, because the water's so clear, if you don't see anything coming out of them, you don't really realize how much water is rushing out of them. I'll tell you a little bit about that water and where it comes from here in a minute, but we'll show off this manatee. We don't get to see them too often this time of year. They're usually in here in the winter time. Well, these manatees, they're probably more protected than our president, so they don't like us chasing them down with the boats or going over top of them on purpose or anything like that. Point them out. Anybody see them? Oh, right here next to us. Right here, got a space buried down in there eating. Around so everybody on both sides can see him. There he is, coming right down our...
Hello.
Here he comes up to get a breath here. Kind of stirred up over here, you couldn't see him too good. We'll kind of cruise with him. If everybody on the right-hand side of the boat could just stay seated, that way everyone on the left can stand up and see him if they want to. I'll do my best to spin this boat around so everybody can get a look. Those manatees are normally in here in the winter time, and they come in here for that constant water temperature of 72 degrees. This winter they estimated we had about 84 or 86 of them. Now we can do the reverse side. Everybody on the port side, take a look out their windows. See 'em. This winter they estimated we had about 84 or 86 of them. But once things start warming up, they start making that migration back to the Atlantic. They do estimate that we have about 11 of them or so that are year-round residents. But we don't feed them, keep them captive, anything like that. We never really know where they're going to be at from time to time. So it's kind of a lucky thing to be able to see those manatees today. I've been able to see one in a few days.